What's up, guys? I am actually back at my parents' house again because I'm doing some work out in the countryside. It's the main reason I have to leave Manchester these days. Whenever need to go and do some work, I usually just stick it out with my parents and use them as a base. So this is why every now and again you see my videos come from here. This shitty white back wall in my bedroom versus the shitty white back wall in my flat. Anyway, let's get on. I need to do this video because I'm driving back up tomorrow. So I want to talk about feedback and judging whether or not you should listen to something or just ignore it. Because there is going to be a situation where you're not asking for feedback and you get given it anyway, and it's whether or not you should bother paying attention. Obviously, you also want to pay attention to the feedback you're getting. Any endeavor where you're trying to improve, you're always going to need to be listening or looking for feedback. And that can go from like people's comments and what they tell you all the way to like how you're doing on dates or how you're doing on Tinder, because that in its own way is feedback. And I think in that way, you should always be listening to that sort of feedback and gain kind of like a sixth sense for how you're doing. But when it comes to like actual comments, and I'm getting more of these obviously because I'm putting myself out there more. I'm putting on the forums, I was moderating as well, so I'm also like seeing other people give feedback, and you got to make decisions on whether or not you listen to certain people. And I'm going to give sort of my criteria for whether or not I will take you seriously. So if you're ever leaving comments on my videos in the future and I haven't responded or whatever, it's because you probably didn't meet the criteria for me taking your feedback seriously. The main one for online is do you have your face up? Do you have a picture of yourself on your profile? This goes for the forum and now for YouTube. Because on YouTube everyone's very secretive, everyone has like little eggs. Like I'm pushing for this idea that everyone just puts their face out there so that people can see who you are. You're not some nameless, faceless bot. And those are where I get most of my comments from, when people just hide their face. Even on the forums. On the forum, you have this option to either post a picture of yourself or you can crop and blur your face out. Be warned, if you crop and blur your face out on the forum, I will take everything you say less seriously and I will take you less seriously as a poster. That is the reality of it. People who aren't going to put their face out there behind everything they're saying and doing and don't want to put themselves out there and be honest with the world as to who they are, I don't respect you as much. And how am I supposed to know like what you're about, what your vibe is, if I've never seen what you look like as well? There's something about seeing someone's face and like seeing people in videos and stuff like that which makes you understand them a lot more and get whether or not they are legit. And I'm not gonna, yeah, if you're like some account with no picture, no videos, why the hell am I going to take anything you say seriously? The other big one that's coming up recently is, are they actually watching and comprehending the videos they're commenting on, or are they comprehending the post on the forum? I'm getting so many dumb comments where it's like, you haven't like watched the video clearly properly? Like you've just gone in, you had a point to make, and it didn't matter whether or not I said the thing you thought I said, you had this point to make. So I'm getting fed up with people who don't watch videos, don't read comments properly. If what you're saying doesn't make sense, I'm not going to take the advice you give. And a lot of people are like giving advice, but getting the meat of the matter completely wrong. And it's like, you can't even comprehend things. So why would I take like your advice as to how to act seriously as well? In terms of comments I take seriously, they come from people who I verify are legit and like it's constructive usually. So constructive criticism is usually quite obvious from someone who's just kind of throw like dirt and mud at you. And I don't know, you kind of get the knack for realizing whether or not someone's got your best interests or someone is just defending their own insecurity or they're just trying to hurl like hatred at the world. It's pretty obvious after a while. Like guys who genuinely want to help do stand out quite obviously. And if you can't see that, maybe I've seen some people who don't seem to see what what's the word? An honest actor looks like, and they get taken up by guys who are clearly being dishonest. You get better at that. The more time you're around the self-improvement community, you will get better at spotting guys who are legit and have your best interest when they offer you advice. And you will get used to spotting the bullshitters and those who don't have your best interests and are just in it for themselves and getting off on their own shit, whatever that is. All right, that's all I got to say on this one. Peace out till tomorrow. Bye.